Okay. And the only people that I'm going to listen to are the people selling it to me, the realtor, the mortgage broker, the title guy, the insurance dude. Like those are all the people that make money if I do this. So they were all like, yeah, just do a fourplex. Okay. So one day I sat down and I'm like, something is not sitting right with me about this. Because when I borrow money, that creates expense. So if I do what most people do is called an FHA mortgage, which means they only put 3% down, which means they're financing 97% of the deal, which is a lot. That is a huge, huge loan to value ratio. It means that their loan to value ratio is 97%. Okay. Their mortgage payment is gigantic. So I sat down and I was like, okay, I have to figure this out. Because again, I didn't go to college. I understand basic math. So what I did is I pulled up a mortgage calculator and I pulled up an Excel spreadsheet. And then I put in, okay, I'm going to, in the town I grew up in, Wasilla, I'm going to pay probably 600 grand for a fourplex, a 4-unit apartment building that I would finance and borrow money for and live in one of the units. So I was like, okay, great. So if I put 3% down on a fourplex, that costs me $600,000 and I can finance it. And the mortgage is a 4% interest rate. What is the mortgage payment? So I put in the mortgage payment in the Excel spreadsheet. I figured that out on my calculator. I put it in the Excel spreadsheet. Then I'm looking at, well, what else is there? Well, there's also going to be insurance. So I looked online. I found out, what does insurance typically cost for something like this? I added that in as well. Then I looked at, I'm going to have to pay property taxes. Okay, what do property taxes look like for something like this? So then I put in the property taxes. Then I realized, well, on a loan like this, because I'm financing so much money, the bank actually makes me get more insurance. It's called PMI, private mortgage insurance. Meaning if I buy it and don't pay them back, they want to have something else in place, which that's another couple $100 a month. So I entered that in. Then I started researching and I was like, oh, there's this thing called vacancies. So if I don't have my tenants in there all year long, every single month, I might have some months where I don't make money on these units. And so I need to figure in a percentage for vacancies. So I figured in a percentage for vacancies. Okay. Then I also looked at, well, there's going to be utilities. There's also going to be repairs. So what do I need to factor in for utilities and repairs? So I factored that in as well. Okay. So I added it all up and then I looked at, all right, let me go on Craigslist and figure out what people pay for rent. I knew what I paid for rent, but I was like, what do other people pay for rent? So it's somewhere between, $900 to $1,400, depending on what they're renting. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me split the difference. Let's call it $1,200 a month is what I'm going to collect in rent. So I added $1,200 times 3 units because I was going to live in a unit. I was living in one of them. I was only actually renting out 3. So when I added up $1,200 times 3, and then I subtracted that from all of those things that I just mentioned, it was actually negative. It was not making any money. I was shocked. I was like, what the hell? Right. Cause I went to freaking Houston high school. I didn't go to college. I didn't do any of this stuff. So I'm looking at, I'm like, did I do something wrong here? And I was like, no, I didn't. Like, this is correct. Then I was looking at, okay, well, what if I pay myself $1,200 a month? And then the math worked. I made like $500. Right. And then I was like, great, I figured it out. But then I started thinking, I was like, wait. This is a business. This apartment building is a business. Would I own a business that I had to pay myself $1,200 a month to have? I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't make sense. Why would I pay for my own business every single month? It should be the opposite. It should pay me. So it's actually not making me money. Then I also started thinking about, all right, well, if I live here and these tenants know that I'm the owner, what happens when something breaks? They're going to call me. They're going to email me. They're going to put notes on my door. They're going to bother me. I'm going to be shoveling the driveway. I'm going to be fixing the carpet. I'm going to be cleaning up when they destroy my units. So I start looking at this and I'm like, man, the math on what I'm being told to do actually doesn't make sense. And not only that, I get that it's cash flow, but I might end up with a job. Okay. I started my business because I didn't like having a job. So I quit my job to not have a job. But if I go buy this and live in it, I'm now having a job because I have to fix stuff and I have to deal with the tenants and I've got to do all this stuff. So that was when I realized like something's off about this. If you're wondering what does Wealth Dynamics do, how can we actually help you? Number one, if you haven't gotten a copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom, grab one now. You can get that down in the comments in the video. You can get the link for that. Number two, we do a free course on Fridays on personal finance. Okay, you can also get the link for the description there too. And then finally, if you have a desire to start getting help walking through these different phases toward financial freedom, book a call with my team. Go to our website, set up a call. We're able to help out and answer questions. That's how we can help you. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you turn notifications on, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.